Mechanism Monday, Miseducation. I'm not even going to start this with a lie. I almost deaded the whole thing. I mean, I've been interviewed every day this weekend and had 2 consults a day for the entire week last week, and I still had absolutely nothing to give for one of these sessions. Every question I got asked was fair and balanced. Shout out to y'all. I can't give the answers away. And every client I had just needed a couple of creative nips and tucks. Shout out to y'all. So by this morning, into this afternoon, I was legit thinking that I had nothing to say for Mechanism Monday. Never mind the fact that every time I think that, the Jaws music plays, my stomach does the Millie rock, and I just know something's coming. Nah, this was the one time that was going to be different. I'd finally see that my guts had shit for brains, and I could throw the whole theory out the window. And then Fuji's founder and phenomenal woman Lauryn Hill hopped on stage and did the exact same thing. Yep. Just when you thought it was safe to buy a ticket, Sister sang the blues on stage in front of what looked to be a huge crowd and defended her well-documented and often unexplained lateness with such gems as, yo, y'all lucky I make it on this blood rise stage every night, and I don't do it because they let me do it. I do it because I stand here in the name of God and I do it. Most times people pray to God to be on time. All right. Let's cut to the chase. I did not come here to rag on Lauryn Hill for a few reasons. Number one, it's low-hanging fruit. Number two, nothing I say is going to change what she does or how she feels. Because 3, that is a grown-ass woman. I'm not going to sit here and pretend to understand her principles, price points, or priorities to the paying public who continue to support her. I'm not even going to pick apart her claims that no one came and offered to make another album after the first one was one of the most lucrative, creatively, critically acclaimed, and overall successful albums of the genre that she continues to perform a quarter of a century after its release. No one? See, after a week of consults and a weekend of being interviewed, I remembered that creatives are inspired not only by the art, but also by the attitudes of the greats. And while Miss Hill is definitely a great, her talent is only matched by her unprofessionalism, and you do not want to copy that. So let's go one at a time, shall we? Number 1, arriving on time isn't doing anyone a favor. It's the bare minimum to people who actually did you a favor by coming out and supporting your show. Once they've copped a ticket, they don't owe you anything. You now owe them their money's worth. And 3, if you don't think this attitude will stifle your career, I can dig it. But if someone told me that the reason we never got another album from Lauryn was because no one wanted to deal with the non-accountable, entitled attitude and all the relationships lost, bridges burned, and money flushed that it caused, I could dig that too. All of you should be treating fans like people who were nice enough to loan you money. If you treat them nice, they'll forgive the loan and encourage others to do the same. And if you give them your ass to kiss, they'll take back everything they gave you with interest. Bottom line, you must stay professional. Creative licensing is cool and self-preservation is key, but you can't gaslight the paying public into being pissed on by blaming them for not bringing umbrellas. Unless the ultimate plan is to shit the bed. And nobody's buying tickets to a shit show. When that happens, you just lost one.